business as usual at Tretchek on the lower south coast of KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. Meraai has been in the care of a team of dedicated professionals for the last few months. We are moving forwards, despite the many challenges faced by businesses like Tretchek.
17 hours. That is how long we were without power in Leisure Bay on the lower south coast of KwaZulu-Natal. That, my friends, is over and above the 11 and a half hours of load shedding we had to endure. So, and the reason being, well, our transformers and that are not equipped with this on-off nonsense, and so they blow. Yeah, man, someone told me I must stop with the social commentary. Well, I tell you what, man, this is not social commentary. This is me being pissed off because companies like Tretchek can't do business with stage 6 load shedding, 11 and a half hours of no power. It's just not doable. That means our fix-up job takes a little bit longer. That means it takes longer for Mariki and I to be able to hit the road with our baby. It's not social commentary, it's been the murin. Hello, my friends. Welcome to another episode 156. As I walked in, I saw a little note on the door of Meraai, and I forgot we've still got quite a bit to do, and I'm hoping that this week a lot of it gets done. Let's start right now.
One of the points on our list are the main stairs into Meraai. We already covered the installation of rollers to make the sliding out function smoother. Now the fine tweaking needs to take place.
The redesigning of the whole mechanism for those stairs is coming along very nicely. One thing that I have asked is that the guys flip it over so we have the aluminium facing up, because that rubber's already starting to tear. And then what Tyron has suggested is, because it's still quite slippery, that's scratch plate. So we're going to spray on a textured stuff, just so that we don't take a step out of there early in the morning with your mug of coffee and see your oily. That will not be very nice.
The rollers work really well. However, the steps are still snagging when in the closed position, and this is what needs to be sorted out. The latches we have to lock the stairs into place were not designed as a handle to pull these steps out.
I think I have found the solution to being able to pull our sort of habitation staircase in and out with a lot more ease. It's a bit of a mission now. The little catch there, it's small, and so to put your fingers on it and pull the staircase out, which is substantial and weighs a lot, we need a handle. So I found this baby. So this is going to be put on to here like that, and then you can just pull it out without popping a foofy valve.
However, the issue of rubber seals all round Meraai is giving me grey hairs. Well, it would give me grey hairs if I had a bit more hair up there. Thanks to Tyron Lepan, we think we have found a solution.
So the final decision is, this rubber here stays. It looks good. It's done really, really nicely. The ones all along the top there, these little ones all around here, there's a few bits around on the here on the wheel arches. We're going to rip them off, and we're going to put a very nice bead of Sikaflex, the UV Sikaflex. It's not working, it's not neat, so that is the plan.
Now I know that the done thing is to rubber up to avoid an unfortunate accident, but I think we over-rubbered things.
The rear windows are a good example of almost like double sealing that's happened, which is unnecessary. We don't need these seals on here. If we can just get a really good finish with the Sikaflex, a UV Sikaflex between the glass and the body panel, it'll look fantastic. I mean, the guys from Center Glass did it on all these side windows. I mean, it is beautiful. And so we're looking at doing the same here. We don't need those rubber things. We also noticed a lot of dust has already started to collect, and we've hardly driven anywhere in the rubber seals. So we're just going to smooth it all off.
Tyron promised us he would ramp things up this week, and he is a man who keeps his word. Getting our front doors to operate the way they should involves redesigning things from the bottom upwards, starting at the entry steps.
Regarding our front access steps, the steps for the driver's side and the passenger side. You remember we had these things which slid out. They were on like a little rod and everything. And what it did was it made the door opening, when the door would open properly, it was hard. It wasn't as smooth as it should be. And then I just also thought it was a little bit too complicated, and we need something simple. There were more moving parts, more things to go wrong. So this whole system is going to be reworked, repurposed, and we're going to get rid of the rubber. We're going to switch it over to that side, like we're doing with our other steps, and spray it with that non-stick stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Tyron and his guys come up with regarding those stairs. I'm going to have to keep my arms strong to be able to haul myself into the cab. Mariki's got a bit of work to do. I'm going to have to get her some weight so she can pump iron.
I do know that whatever the team comes up with, it will be simple, functional, and look good. Word of mouth is a powerful advertising medium, probably the most powerful. It comes as no surprise that leisure vehicle owners on the south coast of KwaZulu-Natal are looking to guys like Tyron Lepan and his incredible team.
Now, I don't know if it is as a result of people like our mate Kevin, owner of the Buffalo, and our Meraai, or if it's just fluke. But whether Tyron Lepan likes it or not, he's getting a lot more of these leisure vehicles coming here, and it's because of the great service we're getting here. So if you folks need a vehicle looked at and checked out, and you are on the lower south coast, you don't have to step off to Durban. Bring it here. We're going to drive this like nuts.
Someone who nearly went nuts due to the drama around Meraai is my soulmate Mariki. The disappointing ending of our 3-year build really hammered her emotionally. But she, like myself, is feeling cautiously optimistic about Meraai's future.
My love, you haven't been here for a while. Your thoughts on where we are?
Yeah, it's a slow process, but I think we realize it's a very finicky process, and it seems like that there's a lot of thinking going into it, lots of planning, trying things, looking at things that are here, and then sometimes having to replace them and come up with a whole other concept. So it's a bit slower than I expected or maybe wanted, but I do think it inspires confidence. Patience isn't my strong point, so I just want it to be over, but feeling okay, yeah, interesting.
Hopefully in a week's time, a lot more items on our list have been ticked off.
Well, that's it for this week. So a final bit of social commentary would be, I did a few sums this week, and I tell you now, hey, if you haven't got backup electricity, get it. Things are gonna get worse before they get better. Doesn't matter what the Owens sitting in the ivory tower say. That is a fact. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next week. And as usual, until then, a bit more social commentary. You must look after your possessions, look after your property, look after your family, and above all, please keep safe. Thank you.